I can't believe I have to do this even though I asked. And you voted for me to share my opinion on the new movie Flow. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. My name is Taza. Hi Foxes. Welcome back to another video. I'm the creator of the Gregory series. 2 pre-comics are out. Good luck finding it on Webtoon. Here's my Instagram. And I'm so sorry for this abomination of a drawing right beside me. I tried my hardest to draw something cat related, underwater related, but what I didn't realize is that I have no idea how to draw water, or underwater, or anything fluid at all. Yeah, but we are not here to focus on me yapping about water. We are here to talk about the new movie Flow, as I said before. Wait, before you click off the video because of the spoilers. No, there are no spoilers in this video, so you can watch this video and watch the movie and come back and tell me that my opinion was shit, but I'm not going to tell you and spoil you anything at all. The movie was directed by Jeans Zilbalodis.
Oh my god.
Yeah, of course the pronunciation is ass, but you can skip that part, so don't write a comment about it. It's gonna be ass. And Matis Kaja. Of course, hardcore respect to the dudes because I love the movie, but I'm sorry, the names are like crazy. So yeah, the movie was made throughout 5.5 years, and they used a program called Blender, which I must say made me extremely jealous of their skills because I also tried to learn Blender, and it's a fun zip program. As long as you doesn't try to do anything too complicated, because then it kills your PC like real bad. Yeah, but it's not about me, haha. So they studied the different animals that are featured in the movie, for example, the capybara and the little lemur in the zoo, and of course the cat too, but not in the zoo, the cat, they had a cat. And now let me come to my first point, the visuals. I'm going to talk about 3 points: visuals, storytelling, and the age group, so the target audience. They work with breathtaking scenes and perspectives. The whole movie felt so soft on the eyes due to the great color choices. The 3D mixed with this unique and brain-tickling textures from 2D, for example, brush strokes and shit like that. It was just a crazy good concept. We saw, for example, the Spider-Man, like the new Spider-Man movie worked also with these type of textures, and it just works great. I think it's a unique art style to have. It gave us more personality and more depth to what we see. Although I must say sometimes I look at 3D animation and I feel kinda awkward because I know it's 3D. But with this movie I only had it like 2 to 3 times, and it was not even that noticeable. For a normal person, I don't think it would fall out, or how it's called. I stand out that much. It's just my brain has a pre-hate towards 3D animation for some reason. Yeah, but throughout this movie it wasn't a problem at all. The mood was also really nicely depicted. The color choices are clearly telling you visually what's happening on the screen and how you're supposed to feel. And if you're anything like me, you're going to get quite a lot of tears, not necessarily because the movie was sad. It just makes you feel like you're so immersed in the movie that the scenes that are beautiful made me tear up for some reason, and made me have goosebumps sometimes. Yeah, I know what you think, Taza, you make the movie sound like it's the best of the best and like God created this movie. All I'm saying is that it's visually really well done. And now we are coming to the storytelling part, which shocked me to the core, because I didn't read anything about the movie before, so everything was like newsflash to me. And I need to tell you right now, that's no spoiler. I think if you do a quick Google search, then you will also find out there's zero dialogue, narrating, nothing in this movie. You're only dependent on what you see. So that's also readable in a quick, summary of the whole movie. It's about a cat and the whole world is somehow flooded. with water. That's a pretty shitty ass situation if you ask me. For first time when I watched the movie, it was really hard to figure out what's happening in the beginning, okay? You really need to look deeply into the movie and you need to have your whole focus on the movie and not the nacho chip and the cheese dip and anything like I had in the first 3 to 4 minutes of the movie. Because you need to organize shit on your lap while you are watching the screen. Because I watched it in the cinema. By the way, I recommend watching it in the cinema because when you show the movie in such a big scale, I think it's much more immersive than just watching it on a small screen. I think it's worth the money, so if you can, go and watch it in the cinema, please. The black cat is our protagonist and they need to adapt to the situations and the new friends and everything, like water adapts to its path. And since there's no dialogue in the movie, in my head I always needed to do my own dialogues. So between the characters I always needed to do my own interpretation, and sometimes I interpreted something and then the next minute it got thrown into the trash. So yeah, don't worry, the movie is going to guide you through the story, but sometimes don't get too attached to your interpretation because it can be very different at the next minute. I must talk about the characters and how they are built. The personalities of them are really easy to understand and recognize, even though they lack the words. They don't like the actions, so they are staying really true to their own personalities and to their own animalistic behaviors also sometimes. And it makes it so beautifully that every animal that are stuck on the same ship are able to work so beautifully together even though they are very, very different. And also what I really like is that they didn't make the animals as intelligent as humans, which is nice because it made it more real. Because they kept their animalistic, instincts and features, but at the same time they were intelligent enough to work together and it functioned just right. And now we're going to go to our last part, the target audience. Let me say it out loud. If you are between the ages of 8 to 13, I don't think you will appreciate this movie. I'm sorry, but I think 15 to 20 and above, you lived more, you have more and better interpretation skills, and also you can associate colors more, and you can even appreciate the artistic skills and the artistic choices behind the movie scenes, and it just make it all the way better for a little bit mature viewers. And the movie, what I really love about it is that it lacks potty humor, so everything what's funny in the movie is funny because of the situation and how relatable it is. When you know me, you know I absolutely hate like this over-exaggerated facial expression, potty humor type shit. That's just not my world. And when I say this movie had funny scenes, I mean it had funny scenes. But I don't think that this movie could be sit through with, kids. Although I think if you do decide to go and watch this movie with like a child of yours, or if you're younger, maybe your younger siblings or something, it can be really beneficial because it encourages your brain to work, to actively listen and watch the movie. And not only just, stare at the screen and let your eyes go separate directions and, you have this face. Overall, nice movie. I would recommend you to watch it, especially in the cinema. I think it's great. I'm not saying if you're 8 years old you can't enjoy this movie. I'm just saying because of the artistic choices and because of how good your interpretations are when you are a little bit older, I think it's just better to watch it when you're more mature because you can appreciate it more. I for sure know that y'all noticed that I have a nose voice. It's because I am sick as hell. I have the common cold. Hopefully none of y'all have the common cold, even though it's common cold season. It's common cold territory right now. Everyone is coughing, everybody is getting sick from everyone, but it's okay because I'm getting better and better every day. And no, I wasn't sick at the cinema. I got sick after the cinema, so some motherfucker. Anyways, have a Foxellent day, guys. Stay tuned for my next post because I will ask your opinion on the next video, or maybe just sometimes ask your opinion on shit. On Instagram, follow, on YouTube, subscribe, but if not, just hit me with a like. Thank you, bye bye.